Woman suddenly couldn't sleep at 3 a.m. so she got up and went to the bathroom. Little did she know that this would save her life. When she returned to the bedroom to turn off the light and go back to sleep, she accidentally saw three strange men from the monitor. They were sneaking towards her position. Lisa felt danger closing in on her. She ran to her daughter's room as fast as she could. Then she picked up a bottle of mineral water on the table and splashed it on her daughter to wake her up. Lisa signaled her daughter not to speak, then pulled her and ran. But they hadn't run a few steps when they were blocked by a masked man. In a moment of panic, they were forced to hide in the elevator. Unexpectedly, another robber had already arrived downstairs, with bad guys both upstairs and downstairs. Jenny suddenly remembered there was a secret room upstairs, so they quickly pressed the emergency button. The elevator began to rise slowly. The man downstairs was very angry and had no choice but to run upstairs again. Fortunately, they successfully hid in the secret room a second before the robbers arrived. They huddled in the corner in fear. They had no idea what was happening. They hadn't expected to encounter something terrifying on their first day in their new home. Suddenly, Lisa saw a phone on the wall. She immediately called the police. However, she found that the phone line wasn't connected. They could only carefully observe the secret room. They discovered that the sound insulation in the room was excellent. Shouting for help loudly was out of the question. Then they found a radio on the wall. Lisa used the radio to tell the man downstairs that she had already called the police, but the three men clearly didn't believe her. The man told the women there was no phone in the room and that he was a police officer. The man realized that even under threat, they had no intention of coming out, so the three of them boarded up all the doors and windows of the house with nails. Seeing the robbers' actions, the mother and daughter's spirits sank to the bottom. They fell into deep despair again. They knew the robbers wouldn't leave easily, but how could they possibly be saved? Just when the mother and daughter didn't know what to do, the vibration on the wall suddenly caught their attention. It was the sound of the robbers demolishing the wall that disturbed the neighbor's rest. Then the neighbor expressed his protest by knocking on the wall. It seemed that even this enclosed secret room had its flaws. Seeing this, the mother and daughter saw a glimmer of hope for escape. So Lisa and Jenny shouted for help as loudly as they could. But because the walls were so thick, no matter how loudly they shouted, it had little effect. Meanwhile, the robbers downstairs started to break down the wall.